Great to have your company for this first day of competition at the Outerknown Fiji Women's Pro, and Heat 6 of round 1 about to get underway, and it's a good one on paper. Nikki Van Dijk, she's been very consistent this year. She's looked very sharp. Carissa put on a great performance here last year, and so did Enever. She banked a 10-point ride in the contest last year for a number of big backhand blasts. So expecting a lot from these competitors to round out the first round. Ronnie, here with Rosie. Any predictions on what's going to unfold here, Rod?
Oh, put me on the spot. I think Carissa is just, chomping at the bit to get a great result in Fiji. Had a shaky start to the year so far.
Well, here we go. Laura's going to get things started early for us. Has been trying to overcome a knee injury all season. A little caught behind for a moment there. She's going to go down. But she has done quite a few trips over here to Fiji in the years gone by. She's going to head back out. That won't be a keeper for her.
Yeah, let's just see what goes wrong here. You can see all day we've seen as soon as you kind of get a little bit clipped and caught, that momentum and rhythm just can buck you off, and it's kind of what happens to Laura there. Her composure to stay as deep as possible in that wave. I mean, CJ Hopgood was grinning ear to ear after that performance.
And here she goes now, live action. And there is some of that backhand flow and just that tweak on the tail through that last turn. Still looking for more on the inside as this wave comes to a close. Stylish as she rides out that last move.
Yeah, it's so interesting to see, her wearing that blue jersey. You usually see her as one of the top seeds in the red. But yeah, that was a great wave from Carissa.
Performance-wise, has there been anything missing this year, or do you think it's just been tough draws and maybe a little more between the ears?
I think for Carissa, we mentioned just the way that all of the ladies are evolving their surfing and improving. Everyone's doing the hard work in the off-season. I think maybe, Carissa, I don't know if she lacked motivation, but it seems like everyone's kind of caught up and started to lift their level. This is one of the ladies that's definitely done that.
Live action, this is Nikki Van Dijk looking for a response to Carissa Moore's opening ride, which we're expecting solid scores for. And decent from Van Dijk, and behind her, Laura Enever gets an opportunity as well. Really hard off the bottom into that last manoeuvre. And still setting up some more hits on the inside here.
This is a truly stacked heat. All three of those rides were just standouts for me so far today.
Great exchange there. So expecting good scores for each of the competitors. Looking forward to having you break down these replays, Rosie.
Yeah, it's, we mentioned it, even I think Steph said it in one of her interviews, that you've really got to bring something new to the table, and we watched Carissa finding that little bit of zest off the top there and throws it up again. That's something that can be seen as a point of difference, being able to keep it vertical and mix in the calves and maintain that speed. You can see that head snap working again with CJ Hopgood here, paying off. And then Nikki Van Dijk, one of those people that have just, to me, stepped up their game and just really grown into their role on tour. Not as dynamic, I think, as Carissa's wave, but still, to open up, it's going to be a good wave in her scoreline. And here's Laura. Laura is always going to be dangerous on her backhand. This wave seems to suit her down to the ground. She's a bit tentative on that first turn, but then throws it up on that second one. You can see that she's just keeping it, the flow and the momentum through these turns. So I think it's hard when you've been nursing an injury for so long to really just go 100%. You're always kind of questioning whether or not you're healthy.
Two finalists. Sally Fitzgibbons went on 2014 and 2015 to win the contest, and Carissa made it all the way to second place last year. So she's only lost out to the form surfers.
Yeah. There's no shame in that, but then what there is that kind of what if that hangs over your head. I think Laura definitely had opportunities to take it all the way. She's been one of those people that have been earmarked for great results here at Cloudbreak. She's fearless. She's got the barrel riding technique.
Well, when she had that 10-point ride too, she lost to Carissa Moore in
Yeah.
that heat. Carissa fought her way back with a couple of high nines to get the victory. But Carissa's up once again, using her priority. So in rhythm here, throwing everything at that first section. She was obviously feeling confident after her opening ride, which came through at a 9. She really did blitz it. And you just see it without even seeing the replays and without even seeing these surfers go to manoeuvres just yet. There's just a certain power Carissa has just standing on her board, just a comfort level when she gets onto a set wave. And that was on display with that opening ride.
Yeah, I mean, well rewarded. To open up with a 9-point ride, I think also just shows you the confidence that the judges have in her surfing. It's easy to put a big number to what she's doing. It's flawless with that power. Let's just have a look at this wave. Just see that bottom turn too, and that little cup in the lip just leans itself to getting belted, and that's exactly what she does. She just has no holds barred when she attacks the lip out here. And we talk about that hunger, about finding herself, you know, down the bottom of the rankings. I think this is where we're going to see Carissa get fired up. She's such a sweetheart on land. I'd love to see her get a bit more fierce in the water.
Laura Enever banked a 6.83. And really the bulk of that score came on that really committed bottom turn to pocket hit. So if Laura can pair up a couple of those moves, she'll get herself into the excellent range. But Carissa, again, down the line, generating a lot of speed to get out in front of this section. Nice hook in the pocket there. Up into the lip once again. Just makes the most of the end section of this ride. Just wanted to get that backup score on the board.
I like it. I mean, just a word that you could just put on there is tag. She just tagged every section. It was, you know, easy for her to fight through those bits of chop. There was a lot to contend with there. She kept that style. She didn't compromise her style on that wave. She never got left behind. I don't think it's going to be a 9, but it's still going to be something meaty in her scoreline.
It's interesting just making comparisons on that previous exchange where we saw all three competitors get a wave, and it wasn't like Carissa did any more turns than Nikki and Laura, but I definitely felt like she was surfing with a lot more speed through her rides.
Yeah, and that's what she's doing right here. Again, she burns off that speed before going into that bottom turn, so good read on where to tag the lip, and then tags it up again, keeps that momentum flowing, just shows that little floater maneuver. Like I said, just tagging it off the bottom, off the top, and then that last little move is just so important to just commit.
Decent collection of 2 high-scoring rides, a 9 on her first wave. Just that insider surfed hard for a 7.03. CJ Hogwood likes it.
Yeah, he should.
So key to have that element, to be able to look directly kind of at it from the front and not from the side. And the side angle, you really get a great barrel view. Obviously, you get more of a understanding of what's happening inside the tube and the technical aspects of what's going on there. But on a day like today, just that up top view as we watch Carissa paddle into one is so important.
We'll cut back to live action now, and we'll see Carissa up once again, trying to get rid of a 7.03. And with this position of power, holding on to 2 solid numbers now, she's throwing some serious risk. The world's best have scored here over the years, and hoping for more as we move through the event window here for the Outerknown Women's Fiji Pro. Nikki Van Dijk up at the moment, live action. She kicks out, just over 10 minutes to go, and it's still Carissa Moore, runner-up in this contest last year, leading the pack in the last heat of the first round. A 9 on her first wave, a 7.03. Just a couple of rides later, Laura Enever and Nikki Van Dijk with a lot of work to do. Reef shelf there. Just a major swell magnet. And a couple of sets rolling our way right now. Laura Enever up, chasing down Carissa Moore, but unsuccessful on that first turn. She gets swatted. A lost opportunity there to maybe narrow the required score. looking to better a 6.83. Laura knows it. She watched that one reel off down the line. So all three of these competitors, and it's really a trend with the championship tour surfers these days, all relying on the help of a coach. Laura Enever working with Glenn Hall, Carissa Moore. She employs CJ Hobgood, and Carissa's up at the moment, driving into this first section. Just a transition move to get started. And a tricky section to float there, but still going. Not over-committing to this ride until now, but she's going to get out of there. That's how much water she was sending off that rail. So she ups the requirement for Laura Enever, now chasing at 9.94, and Nikki Van Dijk's after a two-wave total of 16.78. Let's have another look at it.
Yeah, this one going into Chris's top two. That check turn off the top, throws a lot of spray. Second turn, this is where she almost loses and then regains that composure. I think the judges really enjoyed the fact that she was able to regather herself. I think if she had made that maneuver, it would have made things even more difficult for her competitor. She does, however, increase her second scoring ride, 7.77.
Yeah.
What day is it today? You kind of lose track of time when you're on Tavi. It is earmarked by your meals, though. It's
hopefully
well taken care
pizza
of.
night, maybe. Here we go. Nikki Van Dijk up and just trying to find her flow out here at the moment. Just catches that rail on her road to the lip, and she goes down just on 25 seconds to go. Laura Enever, with something special, can still turn this heat. She's chasing a 9.94. She lets that one go. Nikki needs two waves. As she banks off the bottom into the lip. A little sticky on the top turn there. She's going to kick out. And this heat is coming to a close. And it looks like Carissa Moore will maintain control. She's going to be making that jump directly through to the third round. So job done there. And another solid heat score total for the three-time world champion here in Fiji. A 9-point ride on her opening wave. And she wrapped it up with a 7.77. Impressive stuff.